Uh, Today's next lecture is for the present value of an annuity. Actually, an annuity is a series of evenly spaced equal payments made for a certain amount of time. Means you have a sum of money which is equally spaced. Means, for example, you are paying or receiving sum of money, for example, quarterly, semi-annually, annually. If you are paying, you have to pay uh, quarterly, means at the end or at the beginning of the each quarter you have to pay. Or if you are receiving quarterly, it means you have to receive at the beginning or at the end of the each quarter for the same amount, not a different amount, different sum of money. If, for example, if you are paying or receiving $5,000 for every quarter, so for the next quarter the same amount you will have to receive or paid. There are actually two basic type of annuity known as ordinary annuity and annuity due. Ordinary annuity is in which periodic payments are made at the end of the each period. Means, for example, you are paying at the end of the December or the date of the last month, or for example 31st of the January, 31st of the February. Annuity due actually is another type of annuity in which periodic payments are made at the beginning of each period. For example, if you are paying quarterly or the semi-annually, you have to pay at the beginning of the each quarter or at the beginning of the first period, for example on January 1st or the July 1st in case of semi-annually. Now actually we are going to understand the present value of annuity. Actually the present value of an annuity is the sum of periodic payments, each discounted at the given rate of interest. In the concept of present value, we actually discount. Now we will try to understand the concept of the annuity with the help of an example. So the first example is which is calculate the present value on January 1st 2011 of an annuity of $500 paid at the end of each month. The key is here is at the end, and represent that actually this belongs to the ordinary type of annuity, because you are paying or receiving at the end of the each period. So in this case actually we have periodic payments which will be represented by the R. N represents the number of period, I represents the rate of interest. Now we will put the data in the formula, which is actually in case of ordinary annuity, R multiplied by the factor, actually 1 minus I plus 1 plus I power minus n divided by I is actually a factor. You have to multiply R, the periodic payments, with the factor in both cases, in case of ordinary or in case of due. But there is a difference between ordinary and annuity formula, which is you have to multiply the factor with 1 plus I. That's the difference between these two. Now we will try to put all these data in the formula actually r multiplied by the factor 1 minus 1 plus I power minus 12 divided by the I, which is 1%. Actually, how do we get the 1% here and here? Actually, the rate of interest 12% annually, and this case actually we are paying $500 at the end of each month. Now it means that we have 12 periods. The compounding, or the in case of present value, actually the frequency of the discounting is monthly, which is 12. So we have to divide by the 12. Now the rate of interest becomes 1%. So we put 1% over here and 12 over here, where we have to represent the n. Now with the help of the formula, we actually get the factor, which is 0.1125 divided by the 1%, which is 11%. So when we multiplied this factor by $500, it becomes 5627. Now the amount which you have paid at the end of the each month, $500, which actually if you multiplied 500 by the 12, it becomes $6,000. Now the $6,000 has a present value of 5627.4. So this means that actually we have calculated the present value of an annuity. Now in the second example, we invested on January 1st. Now in this case, on January 1st, what it shows? Actually, it shows that we are investing at the beginning. Now in this case, we are actually dealing with the present value of annuity. There is no difference, but in the formula, which is multiplied the factor by 1 plus I. Now we put all the values in the formula. Periodic payment $1,000, 1 minus 1 plus I divide by n, power n divide by 1.1%. Actually in this case we have a rate of interest 13.2%, which is annually. So we have to divide by 12 to get the monthly rate of interest, which is 1.1. So this is 1.1. Now we multiplied by 1 plus I, which is I equals to 1.1. Now we get the actually we get the factor, which is 11.18, and this factor also, which is 1.011. So in that case, the $1,000 has a present value actually, which is 11,307. Actually you invested $1,000 over the beginning of the each month. So in this case you actually invested $12,000. Now the present value of the $12,000 is right now at point in time is 11,307. So if you want to calculate the interest earned, you multiplied 1000 multiplied by 12, which is actually you invested over the period of time, which is 12,000 minus 11,307. Now the amount of interest is equals to 692. So thank you very much. Hopefully you have a very good experience of learning the annuities, and we will try to improve in the next lecture what or learn what actually is the the future value of an annuity. So thank you very much.